Welcome back, y'all. Talk. Y'all already know it's me, Big T. Come on now, we gonna keep going this year, going crazy, and we got another crazy artist. Honestly, out there on the West Coast. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I love, man. The West Coast doing it up this year, man. At the same time, prayers up for parts of the West Coast, man. They still doing with their fires and shit. But let me go ahead and introduce BigTime Bake. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, BigTime Bay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, like that.
Welcome to Yard Talk, bro, man. Man, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It's actually my birthday today, so I'm doing great.
Ah, shit. Happy birthday, man. Man, we gonna make sure.
Thank you, thank you.
Man. Yeah. See, I ain't got no alcohol, but shit.
Hey, you good?
Feel me?
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Real shit though, man. Man, it's another year, man. Another year. Man, how
Blessed.
you doing?
26. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to, make it this far. Not a lot of people do.
That's true. You gotta keep pushing, push barriers, push everything, man.
Yeah.
So, Big Bake, man. What's the idea behind that name?
So, BigTime was originally my grandpa. He was a cop in the town we grew up in, my hometown, Oxnard, California. So he was a cop over there, and his nickname was BigTime. So basically, I just adopted that, and then Bake is my last name. So I've always, I was a football player. So as a football player, man, your last name becomes your first name pretty much. So everyone already knew me as Baker do this, Baker do that, freaking Baker on the So I just put those two names together. The BigTime, took the BigTime from my grandpa. I thought it was hard. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll take that too. And then just added Bake on there to make sure it's mine. You feel me?
Yeah, man. That's how you really pay homage to the OGs, real shit.
Yeah.
Real shit. Y'all don't get, all you CW fans, don't get confused about Billy Baker. It's two different families, man. Two different families. Real shit though. It's kind of irony in that. Man, so you said Oxnard? Is that where you come from as well?
Yeah, Oxnard, California.
Well, what's that like out there, man?
It's cool. So it's about an hour away from LA. You know Anderson Paak?
Yeah.
He's from Oxnard. He's Oxnard native.
Ah, shit.
So also, do you know Super Duper Kyle?
That I think I do. Shit, damn.
He had a song with Lil Yachty called High Spy.
Yeah.
He's from the county too. He's from Ventura, which is like 10 minutes away from Oxnard. So yeah, Oxnard's cool. It's like right now it's becoming more of a mini like LA. Like it's very it's in development. Like it's getting developed a lot. Originally it was a little small town just by the coast, literally right by the beach. The beach is 10 minutes away from anyone's house in Oxnard. But yeah, it's a cool city. A lot of Hispanic influence there. I'm half Mexican. So in my music, just in my style and everything that I do, there's Hispanic influence in there as well. I'm half black, half Mexican. So yeah, it influenced me a lot.
Yeah. That's definitely a good mixture of cultures. How else has your city and your hometown impacted the stories you push through in your music?
So I think I feel like I haven't really told too many stories in my music yet. I think I'm getting there. Right now I'm pretty much just having fun with it. That's why I haven't named anything technically an album yet. So I feel like I shouldn't name something an album unless I really have something to say on it. So all the music that I have out right now are EPs that are either EPs or mixtapes. Then I don't have any albums out. But I think when I do get into that bag and really feel like saying something on a track for real, I I think it's more so going to be less about how the city influenced me and more about my personal family life. But what I can say about the city is that it gave me more of a sense of community. It's really community heavy. Even though some sections aren't cool with other sections, it is still really community heavy. Like if something happens to Oxnard, most of the time Oxnard comes together. So I think in that aspect, it's kind of influenced by music because I like to. I stayed away from most of the activities that was going on in the city since I was playing football and freaking humbly I was really good at football. So I got to experience going out of state to go to college and stuff like that. So I stayed away from the activity. So I didn't let that part of Oxnard really influence me. But the community and just the culture part of it, I made sure I held on to that. So you do hear that in my music. So you'll hear every now and then I'll drop a word, a couple words in Spanish throughout a verse, just to throw it in there.
Yeah. What position you played in football?
I was a middle linebacker.
Okay. What's your favorite team?
Chargers.
Okay. Yeah. You said you went to college?
Yeah.
What college you go to?
I went to Western Colorado University. It was a D2.
Yeah.
I went to at high school. I went to Ventura College, which is a local JUCO. Ventura College though is a pretty what's the word, standout JUCO throughout the nation. I think we're usually always ranked top 5 throughout the nation. So that we produce a lot of talent over there at Ventura College. So I went there, and then out of there went to Western Colorado.
Okay. What you end up studying while you were out there?
I studied kinesiology.
Ooh.
So
what's that for those who don't know?
Huh?
What's that for those who don't know?
Oh, for those who don't know, that's exercise sports science.
Yeah.
So pretty much the study of how your body moves, how exercise, health, well-being affects you. Just that whole study.
What are some of your favorite exercises? As I know, exercising and health it's a big part in stage performances and doing music as well.
Yeah, so I just got back from a workout. I mean, my favorite exercise, I really don't have a favorite exercise that I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to do this exercise.
Body, like what part of the body you like to work on more?
I'd say back days are my favorite. Yeah, I really like to work on back days. Leg days used to be my favorite back when I was in college because I had a dumb strong legs, like stupid strong legs. But after college, I kind of wanted to ease off of doing all that because that shit takes a toll. So my legs aren't as strong anymore, but I like doing back days now.
Yeah, I used to be in football only in high school. I just chose not to go down there. I chose to go down more the music route myself. So it's like, it's not. It wasn't. I didn't continue, but hey, definitely. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I feel the back. Every time I work out, the depth in the back feels a little more.
I feel like back days, especially if you hit biceps after back days, is just I feel like you feel strong after them. I can't really explain it. Like I know, like chest day, sometimes your chest will fucking cramp up on you if you hit it too hard, and some people like that. Me, I don't like that shit. Like I love hitting the hard chest day, but the soreness, the chest cramping up, I'm like, damn, fuck that. But hitting the back day and feeling a good a good soreness, just like in the upper back. I don't know, to make me feel strong, like I fucking worked out that day.
How do some of the other people around you, family and friends, influence you and inspire you in life and music as well?
So I'd say my mom inspires me the most. She was a single parent. My father sadly passed away before I was even born, due to gang violence and stuff like that. So I never really got to experience that. But my mom, she held it down. She's a hustler, you know. So basically, what she taught me is, you know, just from not even from her telling me stuff, just from actions, you know, like us living on our own, us, you know, I know we didn't have much money, but you know, she never let me go hungry. She never let me feel like we were as down bad as we may have been, you know. And I really appreciate that. And I can just see it, you know, her working freaking until super late nights, you know, trying to go to college, trying to get her studies going. Just seeing it, you know, really motivated me.
Yeah. And I know you said your dad passed, so how did that affect you after that?
Honestly, since I feel like since it's something that I never experienced, I can't really say how it affected me, because I never really I don't know, you don't really think about it, like as a kid at least, you don't really think about it. You're not like, oh man, like dad's not here. You never had that. So
Yeah.
all I'm thinking was me and my mom, we coolin', we chillin', you know. But also I had, you know, grandparents and stuff like that. I had my grandpa, who also played that role as father figure. So
Shit.
there wasn't like a void there of a father figure, you know. He kind of filled that vacuum. So yeah, I feel like thinking back at it now, the only thing I can say is like maybe I didn't get put on game for, like, you know, freaking certain things as a man, as you know, as quick as, you know, maybe other dudes were. But other than that, I mean, I was chilling.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, though, at least you still had your grandfather in your life too. This mean, you know,
Yeah.
definitely a big man to look up to.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I had to definitely ask that question because, like, I think to myself sometimes, my father's not in my life right now, but I'm like, damn, how would I feel if he passed? Like, would I feel anything or not? You know?
Yeah, I think that's what the difference is, because I had a homie whose father sadly passed away, and you know, I could see, you know, him how he took it, and you know, me how I kind of deal with it is I don't really think about it, because I never experienced it. But for someone that did experience it and then lose it, it's probably a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. But then again, I did at least have my godfather in my life. I had two godfathers. One of them still alive, but the other one passed away. And he was the more present, disciplined, knocked me upside the head when I do wrong. He was always there.
Yeah.
Sometimes he whipped me a little overboard, but you know, as I got older, I realized, damn, he was really watching out for me. Shit, damn, it hurt.
Yeah.
But those experiences and those little things make us who we are, and sometimes we find different ways to implant that in our music, and even just having fun with it is ways of I don't want to say coping, but like ways of feeling those same feelings.
Yeah, no, I get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people will vent in their music, you know, like it's their way to vent and get these thoughts out that they've had. Me, I think my way of, you know, kind of dealing with, you know, stress or you know, just whatever's going on around me is I like making fun music to kind of, you know, take people away from that. I think that's what my definition of, you know, making music for myself is making music that can take me away from whatever I may be dealing with at the time, or you know, take me to a different, you know, headspace at least, you know.
Yeah, definitely. What are damn, hold on. See, this is the thing about cutting. I can cut up if I have a little brain fog for a minute.
Yeah, you good.
What was it? Shit. Damn, I just had to do because I'm trying to switch. I'm not trying to repeat the actual written down questions I got. I'm trying to find fun ways to do it. Let me see. You know what? Yeah. Okay. What would you say are some of the earliest memories of music for you?
So I'd say some of the earliest memories that come to mind would be, I know one vivid one, when you fucking gain consciousness and you're like, oh snap, I'm doing this right now. Like for the first time, I remember one of the most vivid ones was me listening to Phone Home by Lil Wayne in our freaking elementary cafeteria or whatever. And to that day, the Carter 3 is my favorite album of all time. I remember listening to a lot of Lil Wayne. I know my mom listened to a lot of East Coast stuff though. She listened to a lot of East Coast. She listened to a lot of she listened to West Coast stuff. Like I know one of the earliest West Coast joints I got put onto was 2001, the one after the Chronic, Dr. Dre's album after the Chronic. I remember I listened to that album all the time. But yeah, in her car, it wasn't really a lot of West Coast joints, which is I think why I rap the way I do now. I rap with a lot of punchlines. I rap with a lot of. I feel like people tell me I rap West Coast, but I feel like I don't rap as West Coast. A lot of people on the West Coast do. Because I think I can get into a different bag just because of the influence I have from East Coast people, South Coast people like 3-6 Mafia, East Coast people like Killer Cam, Mace, 50 Cent, who else? Yeah, but anyways, there's a whole bunch of East Coast music getting played in my mom's car, for sure. And those are like the earliest memories I can really think of. I know personally also when I was little, I also used to seek out a whole lot of battle rap, which I think is why I'm super punchline heavy.
Yeah.
In a lot of my rap.
Yeah, I definitely have noticed that. I'm like, yeah, you got some serious lines here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to put words together, and that I think that comes straight from battle rap. I like to put words together to make people go, ugh, because I think when I was listening to battle rap when I was younger, I love when freaking on Bar and go, that was gross, that was crazy, you know?
Remember that one, what's his name? Shit, I can't remember his fucking name. I know his name, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it was like, damn, I was watching this shit over and over. This is my favorite shit, too. He said, one of my niggas, about two niggas, about 4 niggas, and 2 other niggas, about more, so on and so forth. Yeah.
All I want to say is, one of my niggas bring 2 niggas. Then 2 niggas go get 3. 2 niggas bring 4 niggas. Then 4 niggas come back and alert me. 2 niggas bring 3 niggas. And 3 niggas bring 4. 4 niggas bring 5 niggas and 5 niggas bring more.
Show goes on. To be more specific, no. What would you say are your top 5?
Top 5 artists?
Yeah.
I have Lil Wayne up top. Are we talking? I go into specifics. Are we talking like artists? Or are we talking about rappers?
Artists.
Okay, I'd have to say I still put Lil Wayne up top. I'll go Lil Wayne. I'm still staying in the rap genre though. I'll probably go Lil Wayne. Probably 50 Cent. Kendrick.
starting lineup. All them, 4 of them niggas got weird tensions going on right now.
Yeah, man.
But hey, they doing their thing regardless. So outside,
I keep it to the music, man.
hell yeah. Regardless, man. But yeah, it was all a dream, man. Yeah. It's just a dream, man. Damn, I wouldn't think we're coming this far, man. But just know we got a lot coming on this year, guys. Also, y'all like, subscribe, and y'all gotta stay tuned for so much more coming out this year. We have so many more artists. We want to keep y'all on y'all feet. And while y'all at it, check out this. Cue the advertisement. Boom. And now we are back. So, continuing, we got your top 5, man. That really kind of shows you some of your influences and your sounds. What are some sounds that stick out to you when you're listening for different instrumentals?
Some sounds that stick out to me. Honestly, it just depends what mood I'm in that day. Like, I mean, there's a day where I'll be West Coast heavy. I want a super West Coast beat. I want an AZ type beat. I want a Dom Kennedy, Larry June type of beat. You know, there'll be times where I'm super West Coast with it, but there'll also be times where I want to just dig into a different sound. So I think right now what's popping are like Big X the Plug beats or shit like that. Or I even have in one of my earlier songs, I have like a Jersey Club beat that I rapped on. You know, it just depends what mood I'm in that day. I'll even go back. I'll look up freaking Ludacris type of beats. I'll look up Killer Cam type of beats just to kind of get into a different lane, a different bag. These type beats, whatever. There's not a specific sound I can pinpoint to that really, pulls me to a beat. To be honest, it just depends how that beat comes together and what mood I'm in that day.
Yeah. Just vibes. Pure, just vibes. Yeah.
Exactly.
And how do you match up your lyrics to these different instrumentals normally?
So I've always been the type to basically get down a flow first. So I feel like if I can't lock in a flow on it first, then the lyrics aren't gonna come. I'm not gonna force lyrics onto a beat when I just can't think of how the lyrics would ride the beat. So I always do a flow first. So even if I'm just saying fucking mumbo jumbo whatever, just if I'm doing that, I'll stick in the lyrics afterwards. So yeah, I'm flow first, lyrics second, and then in my lyrics I never really go into the studio and punch in. Like, I never just go to the studio, nothing written down, nothing on my mind, load the beat, record. I'm always writing down because, like I said, I'm pretty wordplay, punchline heavy, so I'm always thinking of bars.
Yeah. Gotta keep your mind going. Yeah, I think if you really got in your bag and really started telling stories, yeah, I could see you really spitting, really going crazy.
I got stuff in the tuck that's for that time. For right now, I'm trying to catch a buzz. I'm trying to catch a buzz right now, and then once I have that buzz, really tell the stories I want to tell.
Yeah, I'm with it. Got to. Yeah. Okay. What has been the most popular decade to you? Like, what kind of decade stood out to you?
For music?
Yeah.
I think the most popular for rap, at least, was 2000s. No doubt. I think the 90s are seen as like golden era, but the 90s were a time when those were like the door openers. Those were the ones who were kind of paving the way. So it wasn't the most popular, not at all. I think the 2000s brought the regional sounds to light. So the 2000s sounded like what where someone was from, that's what they sounded like. And I think that's why rap was really popular at that time, because the reason to get behind their rappers. That's why you had so many superstars at that time. That's why you had 50 Cent, Kanye, oh man, I'm blanking. Holy shit. Yeah, 50 Cent, Kanye, Jay-Z. I know some people say Jay-Z's 90s, but he was also popping in the 2000s.
Boosie back in 2000s.
Yeah, you had Boosie. You had the whole everyone from Georgia down to Louisiana, all down south, going crazy. I think everyone sounded like their region at that point, which is why everyone got behind their artists at that time. I think that was when it was most popular.
Yeah. I was just watching a video the other day, and it was saying like they kind of think that music should get back to more of its regional sound. Like Glorilla sounds like she's from, sounds like where she.
Yeah, well, that's why this last Kendrick album went so crazy, because for the most part, Kendrick didn't make really songs that sounded too West Coast, but he kind of embraced at least the sound that's there right now in his last album, which is why I think everyone, on the West Coast kind of embraced it so much, because it sounds like over here. Yeah. And I think that changed a lot of people's perspectives on how they were rapping. So I think a lot of people, even myself, it kind of brought me back to, sticking more to the West Coast, because I think in the West Coast in general, I think we were kind of on the national scale at least. We weren't going that crazy. I think Atlanta's going crazy right now. Everyone out of Atlanta is doing something. Texas just started going crazy right now again. And I think the West Coast was kind of on like a plateau. Like we were kind of just stagnant as far as our sound went. Like everyone from California, Arizona, Colorado, the West was kind of messing with the sound, but other than that, I think nationally our sound wasn't really getting much play. But I think now that Kendrick kind of put our sound back on the national scale, I think it kind of brings more pride to artists, and that makes artists want to stick to that West Coast sound, because they know, okay, I can make it to a national scale off of sticking to my sound. Because if you hear on the national scale, all you hear is V's, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, all these artists who aren't West Coast whatsoever. Yeah. Everyone from Atlanta. So it kind of, I think for a lot of West Coast artists, they're like, oh man, I got to do something different. And then when Kendrick came out with that, it's like, no, you don't have to do something different. You can stick with your sound and still do what you got to do and get to the level you want to get to.
Exactly. I think that's the case. I mean, even I'm from Dallas, and one of the artists was recently on season 2 of Rhythm and Flow on Netflix, and Lotto was like, I thought Dallas had this sound, that sound, and the artist's response, I know her personally, her response, Honey Gold, said, Dallas is just multicultural. Like, we got sounds from everywhere influencing Dallas, so we have so many mixtures of sounds. But then again, when I think about the core, when I do my studying of what Dallas sounds like, I mean, true, there's so many different sounds that's mixed in, but I think Dallas does have a certain sound, and I think Big X is part of it to an extent, but rest in peace, Mo 3. I think he he really represented the voice of Dallas and how Dallas artists sounded. He sounded like, you go compare him. You can't, personally, I can't sit here. I can't really sit here and compare him to many other artists. How he sounds. He sounds like he's from Dallas. It sounds like he's from North Texas and not down in Houston compared to everybody else.
Yeah, man. I think another thing that's kind of, I wouldn't say the problem, but I'd say it's the reason that a lot of everything kind of sounds the same nowadays is because, the internet. I mean, I'm talking to you. I'm in the West Coast. You're in Dallas.
I'm in Jersey. I'm actually in Jersey.
Oh, you're in Jersey right now. Yeah. Information travels fast.
Yeah.
Information travels fast, so that also means trends travel really fast. And trends get out of their region. Trends go outside of their region now. So now you have, a West Coast artist who heard a freaking new jazz beat, and they're like, oh yeah, I like that, I'm gonna hop on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before we probably wouldn't have heard that new jazz beat until it was already, the biggest thing popping. But now, those things pop in the underground, and the underground is national now. Like, you can be in the underground anywhere, and that's why I think a lot of those guys have the same sound also, like all the opium shit, the Ken Carsons, the Short Lonelies, and all that stuff. Like, that's a sound in its own. So I think, it's starting to get less regional, and it's starting to just be more like genres of music that you kind of identify with.
Yeah. Damn. I had a thought on that note. Even my closest homie, he definitely has that opium sound, but he's from Dallas. He doesn't sound like the rest of the Dallas artists. He still has that opium.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi sound. He don't want to compare himself to Playboy Cardi, but if you listen to it, I promise you, that's your first thought. That's your first exact thought.
And it transcends music too. I mean, that's why you have, that's why you have niggas in LA wearing Tims. It's just these trends, they transcend your region now, and they go, you can just hit TikTok and you don't know where these dudes are from, but you like the style, so now you're gonna wear that style, and now then that's where, you start losing the regional kind of accent to within, whether it's also language, whether it's clothing, whether it's style, all that stuff. Because I mean, you have niggas on the West Coast saying slime. That's an Atlanta thing, or jit. That's a Florida thing. So I think the internet, for sure, it brings us closer, but it also kind of blurs the lines of regions nowadays.
Yeah. Even going back in history, like DOC's from Dallas, and he was over there fucking with NWA and West Coast and shit.
Yeah.
So he definitely brought a lot of that culture, West Coast culture, back to Dallas. So that kind of mixed that in.
And that's where you got those, that's where you got like unique artists that kind of blended it. But you didn't get those very often because you had, like, those artists actually had to go over there and, collaborate with a different sound. Where nowadays you don't have to collaborate that sound, you just hear it. And so, yeah, it's not as unique to blend two different sounds now. Now, that's kind of like, I feel like that's kind of a lot of people's goals, is to blend sounds.
Yeah. If you could create a new sound, a brand new sound, what kind of sound would it be? What kind of what are its things that stand out about it?
A brand new sound?
Yeah.
I don't know, it'd have to have like I feel like no sound is really brand new. I feel like brand new sound is really hard to kind of fathom, just because it's like everything to an extent has probably been done before, except for, I think the reason opium sounds so brand new is because we finally got into synths. We got into just our technology kind of evolved, so we are able to make different sounds. I think that's the reason opium is a new sound like that. But I feel like everything that's quote unquote new is just a blend of just different previous things. So even like Pink Panthers, that was refreshing, I guess you'd say. I wouldn't say it was new though. It's bedroom pop. It's pop mixed with all music, mixed with probably a little bit of punk. It's not necessarily a new new sound. It's just a different blend that a lot of people haven't heard before. So I think for me to make this new sound, my blend of sounds would just be like, I think maybe West Coast melodies with like a Texas or Southern drums, with lyricism of New York or Joey Badass or some shit like that. Like that would be a cool. I feel like that would be a cool blend to kind of put together.
Yeah. When you started putting out music, what was that experience like? What was your feedback as well?
I think I've never been asked at, rapping at least. I think when I was producing, I started off producing. So I was listening to Lil Pump's freaking Gucci Gang. The producer did a deconstructed, right? The producer did a deconstructed on it, and he only used like 5 sounds. So I was like, oh, what the fuck? I can do that. That's easy. So and I've always liked music. Like I've always been a fan of music. I just didn't know how to make it. Also, I was so focused on football that anything outside of football was like, I'm not, can't even really focus on it. But I was like, oh, that's easy. I can do that. So I downloaded FL Studio. I started getting into making beats. And my first beats, those sucked. But there was at least like something there to work with. So I think when I first started actually putting out music, I was already pretty decent. Cause I was making tracks with homies in college and stuff like that. I was working during the summer. I worked for Instacart, delivering groceries to people's houses during like COVID and stuff like that to stack up money to buy studio equipment and stuff like that. So by the time I actually started releasing stuff like solo, like just my own stuff, my own SoundCloud on Apple Music and all that stuff. By the time I started doing that, I was already pretty decent. So I think the feedback was, also like, oh, yeah, he's rapping now. Which I think the feedback that I would get would be less like critiques and more just like, oh, he's rapping now. Because I think changing your identity from a football player for 13 years to a rapper is something that people kind of have to get used to. So I think that's the feedback where I was like a little nervous about was changing that identity. Not necessarily good at rapping. Rapping easy to me. But I feel like by the time I already put out stuff, I was already cool, so I didn't really worry about feedback like rap wise, like skill wise. Because I already known like my skill was cool, but putting out stuff at first, I already knew I was gonna be growing, so I didn't really worry about feedback. I've never really worried about feedback like that because I kind of have like validation within myself that I'm nice. I do this. Like I rap for real. I got bars for real. I got wordplay for real. That's always been a thing I've had. It's never been like something I really had to develop. What I had to develop is like like making a song, like structuring out a song, stuff like that.
Yeah.
More the artistry of it, the skill, the technical side of rapping. I could do that. I feel like a lot of people can do that. It's the artistry that kind of separates, rappers who kind of go somewhere or don't.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm myself working on. Is like I can write lyrics. I come up with some crazy lyrics and shit, but making sure I get a hook right or a chorus right, and come up with that and make it make sense with the song and everything is the hard part. And also projecting my voice in a certain way. I'm still getting more comfortable on the mic. I'm trying to bring I'm really a cool, fun kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to push that into my voice on the track. So
gotcha, I feel that.
That's the part that's gotta grow. But aside from that, yeah, it's the structuring, like you said, trying to get that chorus right, trying to make sure everything flows and it fits right.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all about how you do it too.
Yeah, I feel like that's the separating factor between, a very good rapper and a very good, being a very good rapper and having a very good career in rap.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, there's probably a homeless dude downstairs who can freaking rap his ass off for no reason, There's a dude at the bar who probably has dumb bars. But it's the making of a song that, kind of distinguishes who's gonna last and who's not.
Exactly. What do you do when you have writer's block?
Whenever I have writer's block, I actively know I have it, so I just write through it anyways. I'll just write, if I have to write something else, I'll just write it. Just write it. Especially when you're trying to, when you're in that mode of do I need to make songs, you need to push past that writer's block. It's not something that you can just be sometimes it is good to just put down your phone, go do something, go watch a show for a quick minute and then get back to it. But to let it actually stick with you, can't do that. Just gotta write through it, even if you write something fun. Sometimes you have to write something trash, which is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's how I deal with it. I try not to let it block me.
I'm like that, definitely. I'm always trying to fight. I got the inspiration in the moment to do it, but the lyrics and everything isn't coming yet. So I'm like, fuck it. I ain't gonna let this inspiration die. Because if it dies now, it's gonna be dead.
Exactly.
And I don't want that. Gotta keep pushing. Gotta keep pushing. You definitely have a lot of interests. So we definitely got to dive deep into your how you work and your music mentality. Now we're just gonna break down more of your interest and your mindset of the music industry and the world around you. That's what these next few questions will feel like. These get a little more deeper, so take note of that. But even after all these questions are done, we have a fun segment that I will reveal a little later. Definitely, the show goes on. I promise you, this shit's lit. So sometimes, as fans of other artists or fans of music in general, we have these fantasies of different artists doing collabs. So what's that for you?
A current realistic collab or dream collabs?
Dream collab.
Dream collab, I'd love to work with Lil Wayne. That'd be dope. He's still dropping verses that are crazy, I love to do something with Lil Wayne. Right now I listen to a lot of female rappers. I think they're STAAXZ, so I think female rappers that I love to work with would be I think Glorilla is dope. She's going crazy. Lotto's dope. Tia Corinne is dope.
Yeah, she's crazy.
I think people who are going up right now are freaking Georgiana. I think she's super dope. What else is going up? There's a girl who's really, I think she's realistic. I can probably collab with her in the near future. Her name is Bree Bands. She just started going up. There's also Star Bands, who's a little younger, who's going stupid. Those would be female collabs I'd love to do. As far as more male collabs, I'd love to get something with freaking Cameron. I feel like that'd be dope. I used to, would want to do something with Kanye, but I don't know. I feel like working with him would just be a hassle. Not gonna lie. doing something with Kendrick would be dope. I mean, give a fuck how people feel about it. Doing something with Drake would be dope. People.
As long as bro don't step over his lines, you feel me? Don't step your line, my nigga. Like, I'll work with you, twin. You feel me? When you stake my music, we gonna squabble up for real. It's gonna be celebrity. It's gonna be celebrity boxing match. I don't know what Kendrick tripping, trying to test that, man. I would have took that shit to boxing ring and knocked it out. Don't play shit. Where I'm from, you disrespect me, you gonna have to stand on it.
There you go. Yeah, but I think who else? I want to do something with Dr. Dre. Yeah, those would be like the collabs I really want to do. That's for right now. As far as what I can think of right now, off the top.
Dr. Dre's gonna put you to work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's such a perfectionist too. He used to do that shit so many times.
Yeah, and it is what it is. I'm gonna do it as many times as it needs to be done.
Hell yeah, man. I feel that. I'm the same way with my craft and my art. Definitely. What would you say are some of the pros and cons of the music industry?
I'd say I'll start with the pros. I'd say the pros of the music industry. I want to say the music industry. I don't think the industry has really any pros like that. I'd say just music. The pros of music, making music, is that you're forever stamped. You created something that is, as long as it stays, somewhere, it's forever stamped in time. It's timeless. It's something that someone can listen to, something that someone would get inspired by, something that made someone feel a certain way, and I think that's dope. That you made something that will forever leave your mark on this world. Like after I pass away, these songs that I put out, they're gonna be there. People will still listen to them, and I think that's what makes music great. It's also, for the artist personally, you get to create something from scratch, and I think that's really special. You get to put something from your mind onto reality. And I think that's super dope. I don't think people understand how special that is that a person did that. You created something that wasn't there before. And that goes with any creative. Even if someone makes clothes, if someone makes movies, in all type of art, you created something that wasn't there before, which you added to the world, which is dope to me.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about the cons, I think all the cons come from money. I think money is a pro of music, but I think money also creates all the cons. So you have labels who do artists the worst way. You have streaming services who will do artists the worst way. You have artist beefs who these artists get to the point where they're competing against each other, and then you have which I don't think competition is necessarily bad, but in the way that a lot of it happens, it ends up being more bad than good. You have, with the music industry specifically, you have fans that nowadays they're stuck on statistics. You have, he outstreamed this dude by this much, she outstreamed this girl by this much. Who the fuck cares? Was the music good or was it not? I think that's one thing the music industry, and especially streaming services kind of perpetuate is, look at these stats, look how much this artist is selling. And then that also influences the artist. I need to sell more. So that means I need to make music that sells. And that leads to making music that isn't comfortable for them to make. And if it's not comfortable for you to make, most likely it's not going to be good. leads to making worse music. I wouldn't even say worse music, it just leads to making like non-authentic music. And I think authentic music is what kind of, lasts. So I think, those are the cons of the music industry. Doing artists dirty, the fans having a skewed perception on what music is, and how, artists should behave. I also think, with rappers in specific, there's a certain look, a certain attitude attributed to it, which a lot of people, perpetuate, because that's what gets people on. So I think those are the cons. The music industry kind of perpetuates certain stuff that shouldn't be, or shouldn't coincide with art.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely agree with that. What would you say are some, going back to what you said, what are some songs that you created as of now that have impacted people?
I'd say Gangster Party. I feel like, I heard a lot of people say like they love that song. They'll play that song. It puts them in a good mood. I think Hustle Man is all about, hustling, pretty much, like doing what you can to, go get something that day. I think I hear a lot of people, kind of talk about that one. I think within this one that I just dropped, I feel like people are going to talk about Magnificent. I think Magnificent is one of my quote-unquote bigger tracks, which it's because it has more of a poppy hook to it, and I feel like with this last one that I put out, there's gonna be a couple tracks that put a lot of people in a good mood.
Yeah.
I think, or get a lot of people into my mindset, which my mindset, at least with because I think I do have, kind of two different personas. I have Dondre, which is my real name, which is really laid back. Like, for the most part, I'm really laid back. But when I step into the role of, BigTime, I'm way more social. I put myself out there more. I can easily network, easily can ask, if I need something to get done, I can easily ask for it. And I think my music kind of perpetuates that also, like just a different mindset of going after what you want. So there's songs like Show Off that is gonna make people feel like it's okay to be cocky. Like it's okay to be a little bit cocky as long as you back it up. Just have a little bit more confidence. And I think that's what this last tape kind of oozes is confidence. Because I think during this last tape recording it all, I kind of felt myself kind of really step into this persona, this role as BigTime. I feel like Dondre and BigTime are kind of getting closer to being the same individual.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I definitely had my name, before I even actually started putting music out, went through so many fucking changes. Before I decided to go by my actual name. I went by Task. I went by Big Youngin. I went by, I can't remember, there's a couple other names. The Young Rapper, which are the initials of that are my actual name. T-Y. Tier. Before I was like, you know what? Fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Stick to my name. Even if you went by DeAndre later in life and switched it up. Yeah, I know you're killing it either way.
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah. But at the end of the day, as long as people can realize that no matter what name you choose, you're still you behind it.
Exactly.
That's what matters. That's what matters.
Exactly.
Now, doing music, there's a lot of other pieces that go into it, and one of the other major pieces is self-marketing. What's some of your marketing experience?
So I think, before this year, honestly. So like 2025, like starting 2025, I released a piece of content every single day. Every single day except for, I think, today's the 25th. I've released 22 pieces of content. So I think I took like 1 weekend off or something like that. But yeah, as far as marketing, what I did in the past, targeted marketing, but I wasn't putting out as much content, so I wasn't getting a good read on what songs were really, kind of bubbling and money into. But I'm putting something out every day, and I'm able to see in real time which songs pertaining to, and being able to go back and put money into those songs and kind of get them where they need to. I think that's helping me out a lot. So I think within this past month, January, I think I've gained like 500 followers on Instagram. My streams have seen like a fucking boost. I'm getting the hang of marketing. I feel like marketing for a lot of artists is a learning curve that they have to kind of go through. And there's a lot of people out there, artists, how to do it. It just is something you kind of have to go through to really get what they're saying.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely, they say when it comes down to artists these days, we're in the content creation era. I think, honestly, there's so many ways you can go about it still. You can, if it works for you to post different posts of one song multiple times, do it if it's working. If it's just promoting heavily the same thing on, like, post a song and then just promote it throughout the year. If that works for you, do it. I think there's just still many different ways to market yourself. You just gotta know what works for you and your sound and your personality.
Yeah.
All right, we got last few questions. Then we got 3 new segments at the end, which are finish the lyric. I'm at least gonna give you the name so you can figure it out. Then we have versus series, artist versus artist, group versus group, song versus song, so on and so forth. And then finishing it off with first thing comes to mind. Pretty simple, one word, one thought. And then we're going to close this motherfucker out. Yeah, this shit's going good. I love this. Real shit. Yeah. What has been the best advice given to you in life?
The best advice given to me in life? Probably my grandpa when I was little. He was like, if you want to be it, you can be it. You just gotta work for it. And I think that's pretty much true for any aspect of life. Like, if you wanna do something, there's always a path to do it. You just depend. That path may be hard. If you want to do it, you just gotta do it. There's not really much to. In most times in life, there's not really much to say. Like, most of us know what we have to do to get to a certain place. It's just most of us don't want to do what it takes to get there. And I feel like I see that in real time, especially rapping. I see a lot of peers who kind of fall off the wayside. Who I started rapping with, they don't put out much stuff, or life gets in the way, and I get that. But I mean, to me, I feel like life can't get in the way because this is life to me. Like if I had a kid right now, okay, that's part of life. This is also part of life. So I think it's just something you gotta want.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't want it as much as they say they really do.
Yeah. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Yep. Yeah, best advice is my grandpa. If you want to be something, you can be exactly that. You just got to put the work in.
Yeah. Real shit. What would you say the definition of success is to you?
The definition of success, doing what I want to do and doing it comfortably. I think that would be success to me. So if I'm making music and I'm making it how I want to make it, and I'm not under any stress to make it, like, oh, I gotta make this song because I gotta put it out so I can get paid. No, I'm not successful yet. I'm not successful enough yet. So making music when I want to make it, how I want to make it, comfortably, with the people around me also living comfortably, would be my definition of success.
Yes. Real shit. Now, what would you say are some of your strengths and weaknesses, personally, musically?
When it comes to music, or when it comes to just general?
Music.
I'd say I over rap. That's one thing that I need to work on. I'd say, people call me a rapper's rapper. So, I have the people who really don't give a fuck about rap, they just like music in general. So have it kind of not fall back, but kind of like just bring back the bars a little bit, kind of make them simple. They hit for everybody. Something I need to do, because I do kind of over rap. I think Big Sean has the same problem. He over raps. He can rap his ass off, but a lot of people, what they'll say is they don't. I think another thing I can work on is, hooks, melodies, which I think I'm kind of getting into the groove of that right now. I think I've kind of, found a lane for how I like my hooks to be, and what melodies I like and stuff like that. But I think my biggest weakness is for sure over rapping. But I think if people like, how people go in and they dissect the fucking Kendrick song and be like, oh shit, he said this, which was this. That's how I like to rap also. But people don't dissect my songs, so they're not gonna get that. At least not yet. So I kind of have to bring back the bars, bring back the schemes a little bit, because a real rap level will enjoy it, but someone who just wants to hear the song, just like a girl while she's doing her makeup, or he's freaking cleaning up his room or something like that, they're not gonna be paying attention like that. They just want to hear it good. I think that's what I need to work on, is making fully fleshed songs.
Yeah, real shit. Though, I definitely can agree with you on that, on a lot of it. I hope to get to that point where people are just dissecting the fuck out my raps one day.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, wait, he said that? Because I'm a very intentional person with everything I do into my craft. I'm a very intentional.
Everything. Everything. The way I say a word, the way the line, 2 lines before that line that you just heard, it's very intentional. Everything's very intentional.
You see that little pin in the corner of my music video? That's intentional, I promise you.
Exactly.
Why I let it fly, it just come up in my mouth? That was intentional, I promise you. I don't know. Real shit. But
I'm a very intentional rapper, and I think I need to be more intentional about the audience, not necessarily because like I said, I like battle rap, so I like hearing that stuff that makes you like freaking squint your nose and freaking squint your eyes and scrunch up your nose, like, damn, that was hard. But the average person wants to hear a good song. If they wanted to hear someone rapping their ass off, they'll look up on YouTube freaking, someone going crazy on a freestyle.
Yeah. But yeah, that grimy and dirty shit for real. Are there any local artists you want to shout out?
Shout out my cousin OGT. Shout out Taco Flocka. Shout out Cirilla's Enzyme. Shout out to OG David James. Shout out to my other cousin Sir Weezy. else is going crazy right now? Another local artist who's really popping right now actually is Cam Guapo. What else is going crazy? Big E-Rock, Eastside Baby Gangster, EBG, Handface, the Slump Boys. Yeah.
As y'all know, everyone we shout out will be linked in the description, and y'all know the drill. Once again, like, subscribe to this shit. God damn, sitting around waiting. If you ain't got some food, go get some food while you're at. Watch this shit. I got some chicken strip. You feel me? Smoke up a bit. Have a little time. Watch this shit. I promise you. And now that brings us to finish the lyric. I'm at least gonna tell you the name and the song, so maybe you can scroll in your head and figure out what song it comes from. So first off, we got Kanye. It's something that you need to have, because when she leave your ass, she gonna leave with half.
Gold digger. You want me to finish the whole lyric?
Yeah.
Something that you need to have, when she leave your ass, she gonna leave with half. 18 years. God, one of your kids got you with 8, I don't know, I feel like you finished the lyric like that.
18 years. Something. Found out it wasn't his.
18 years. Not your 18th birthday. Found out it wasn't his.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, we got Tupac. Pretty classic. I promise you that. I'm a straight rider. I won't deny it.
Can't nobody fuck with me.
Yeah. Alright, we got a Chris Brown song, but it's a Lil Wayne verse. Man, fuck these bitch ass niggas. How y'all doing? I'm Lil Tushi.
Say it again.
Man, fuck these bitch ass niggas. How y'all doing? I'm Lil Tushi.
I go. What do you say? I go stupid. I'm a nuisance. I go. Fuck.
Almost.
I'm a nuisance. I go stupid. I go dumb like the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you say? Say the one after that.
You got it. Yeah.
Oh, was that?
You got it. As long as you get the next couple lines, yeah, you got it. Alright, we got
you.
If Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song.
It seemed like the whole city would. Oh man, why Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song. It seemed like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the streets, wow,
Yeah, man, damn. Where you from, my nigga? Fuck who you know. Yeah.
Where you from, my nigga?
Okay, it's an Erykah Badu track.
Okay.
It's 4 names you gotta guess. See, every time you come around, you gotta bring.
I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna get this.
Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Right.
I like Erykah Badu, but I don't listen to her on regular enough basis to get that. I don't cap.
Okay. We got an Ice Cube track. Just wake up in the morning. Gotta thank God. I don't know, but the day seems kind of odd.
Wake up in the morning. They seem kind of odd. I don't know, but the day seem kind of odd. I'm mad because you're saying enough of the lyric for me to know the song.
No smog. Mama cooked the breast with no hug.
No hog. Yeah, man.
Alright, we got Biggie. It was all a dream.
I used to read Rudolph magazine, Salt and Pepper, and had you beat up in the limousine.
Hanging pictures on my
wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Money Mall. I let my tape run until the tape stop.
Okay, yeah. We got a Louis Armstrong track. I see trees of green, Red roses too, for me and you. And I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
there we go. There we go. Yeah, we are flowing through this. And now this brings us to the Versus series. We got Temptations versus Isaac Brothers.
Temptations versus Isley Brothers? The Isley Brothers.
Okay. NWA versus Wu-Tang.
I'm not gonna cap, I like Wu-Tang better.
Okay. Deborah Cox or Mary J. Blige?
Mary J. Blige.
Okay. Good Kid, Mad City or All Eyes on Me?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay. Brent Faiyaz or Sir?
Sir.
Okay. The Chronic or The Diary by Scarface?
The Chronic.
Okay. Capital Punishment by Big Pun or Doggy Style?
Doggy Style.
Okay. To Pimp a Butterfly or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay. Some people, only 2 or 3 people have understood this next one, but most people don't, and I kind of don't either, but I can see why they also didn't. Some of those few understood it. College Dropout or Astro World?
College Dropout.
Okay. Illmatic or The Score by the Fugees?
Illmatic.
Okay. Let's see. Lauryn Hill or Queen Latifah?
I like Lauryn Hill songs. I don't like her as a person from what I've heard of how she operates, with people and fans. So I'm gonna go with Queen Latifah.
Okay. Aquemini by Outkast or Demi Days by Gorillaz?
That's probably the toughest one you gave me. No, Cat. I thought the Gorillaz tough.
Yeah.
I'll probably still go with Aquemini though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got TLC versus Destiny's Child.
TLC.
We got Nicki versus Lil Kim.
Nicki.
Okay. We got Drew Hill versus Jodeci.
Jodeci.
Death Certificate or The Blueprint?
The Blueprint.
Okay. Blue Lips or Big Fish?
Big Fish.
Okay. Producer wise, Kanye or Dre?
That's tough.
Most people just like automatically pick Kanye, but you're the first one to feel like that's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought the Dr. Dre production was super tough.
Hell yeah.
I think as a producer though, I think probably Kanye does have it though.
Yeah. Okay. TDE or Greenville?
TDE, Dreamville doesn't put out enough shit. Or like their flagship artists don't drop enough for me.
Okay.
Which I mean, I guess that's kind of hypocritical because TDE doesn't drop that much either. But TDE's been on a roll. Maybe recency bias. TDE.
Okay. Escape versus SWV.
Who?
Escape versus SWV.
I don't know who either of those are.
2 female R&B groups.
Ooh, I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Okay.
Unless I heard songs.
Yeah. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Okay. Queen or Elton John?
Queen.
And Little Country, Johnny Cash or Elvis?
Johnny Cash.
Okay.
Elvis stole all his music.
All right. Now we are finally down to our last segment before we close out. First thing comes to mind, pretty simple. 1 word, 1 thought. Color.
Alright. Color? Purple.
Place.
Los Angeles.
Country.
I almost said a state. I almost sound stupid right now. Mexico.
Okay. Texas would be the only right answer if you said a state as a country. We big enough to do that shit, and we have succeeded plenty times before. So yeah. All right, food.
Food. Chilaquiles.
Oh yes. Smell.
Smell. Black diamond. Like the car in it.
Yeah. All right. Sound.
Sound. Like I make a sound or
What sound you thinking of? What kind of sound? Okay. Song.
Song. Think about me, I'm dying of thirst.
Ooh, yeah. Shoe.
Shoe. Pure money fours.
Yeah. Team
Chargers.
and hero.
Hero. Batman.
There we go. Yeah, I love that, man. So what's next for you, man? What's on your agenda?
What's next? So I just put out a project, but that's the tip of the iceberg for this year. I got a shit ton of shit coming out. I'm gonna have a project called 805 Baby, most likely dropping right before the summer. I'll probably have an EP out, another EP out right before that, little 3-piece right before that. I'm gonna have most likely a project through Sony coming out sometime soon. Yeah, man. I'm just on the rise. I'm gonna be grinding all throughout this year. I think this year is a year I'll see something happen with music for sure.
Oh yeah, you definitely will. We gonna be Yard Talk's definitely gonna be there, man. This shit's a family, man. You know, we love to stay connected with every artist we connect with. I made some genuine, real deal friends from this shit. Like, and it's growing every day. We different ways we stay connected is we can bring you back for Yard Talk News, where we recap Yard Talk, a month of Yard Talk, and we also recap a month of music. Basically, we'll just kind of go over different topics of music that month, that previous month. We also can bring you back for listening parties. If you want to do a live stream on Instagram and you're about to drop a first project or a big project, anything, we'll do a listening party. But we also definitely will stay tuned with your music, and we do reaction videos over here. So keep an eye.
Yeah, man, stay tuned. I got a shit ton of. I'm telling you, I don't think there's gonna be anybody outworking me this year. Period. At my level at least, there's no one outworking me. I don't give a fuck about the budget. I don't give a fuck about none of that. They're not doing it.
Yeah. Real shit though. And also, we're gonna fit it in the schedule to go out and get a chance to do like a kind of a neighborhood blog. Maybe take go out there to your neighborhood and kick it with you and get a taste for your neighborhood, where you're from, and yeah, you feel me? Just keep building on top of that connection, man. But last question. You have anything for me?
Keep going. I mean, it seems like you really enjoy doing these interviews and stuff like that. Keep going, keep building on top of what you're doing already. I like that you're reaching out to artists, at my level already, and kind of giving us a platform to kind of speak our minds, and also, I mean, as far as like, I don't want to call this practice, but it's good just to get these interviews in, so that way even when artists are prepping for a swing in the morning or something, hopefully you guys can become at that level too. But this is also just good work for me getting my thoughts out and stuff like that. So I appreciate what you're doing with this, and just hope it grows and hope you continue with it. Don't fall to the wayside. Just keep pushing.
Yeah, most definitely appreciate that, man. Here at Yard Talk, we're mostly just for the underground and up and coming artists. I have been asked, like, would you ever interview mainstream artists? We would if they want to, but we're not looking out to reach out. I'm an upcoming underground artist myself, so I'm in that same boat with y'all. you know, of trying to do what it takes to get to a certain place. And we all got to stick together at the end of the day if we're going to get there. Because we all trying to eat and we all have the same goals in mind. So why not do it together?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Real shit, though. But y'all know the vibes here at Yard Talk. Man, it's been me, Big T. My boy, Big Time Bait. Yeah, let's
Yes,
get this
sir.
shit up. Yeah. You feel me? Real shit, though. Man, but we gonna catch y'all on the other one. Doses.
Late.
Locked in, yeah, I'm locked in. I'm locked in, I'm on 10. I think that boy on that shit again. Honeycomb grills, honeycomb here, give me beso. How them honeycombs feel? Dog, not the lil. Shaquille O'Neal, all black tint on my automobile. One, not the two. Big stepper, check the shoes. Know I'm up next. Mama telling me I'm proud of you.